Previously on the Ranger Danger series.
As you take an engine apart, you keep running into issues.
We gotta find what they're talking about first.
Oh my gosh. All right. I still have no idea why this works, but I think it does. We found yet another fuel leak. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. We're back at it here. It's like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., somewhere in that range.
On Christmas Day.
7:45 on Christmas Day. We're back at it with the truck. We're getting these rivets out. The air hammer stuff didn't work, so we are trying to drill more holes and do some more crazy stuff with it. So that one I just drilled some more into. We got most of it off. We're gonna try air hammering the rest of it off. Just getting some weird holes and stuff drilled on this one, and we're just gonna try removing the heads and then pounding out the rest. Let's go! There it is. With the same technique, we were able to knock out 2 more rivets, so that means 3 of the 4 are out. Look at how those look. We drilled into the frame, subframe there just a little bit, but I don't think it's too bad. You can see like there's some markings, you know, it's probably a little bit wider of a hole, but I think it should be fine. Same here, especially there where we had to drill at an angle. It's not quite ideal, but you know what? It should be fine. That first one there was perfect. Another tool in the arsenal is a Dremel here. Yeah. We're getting it, one way or another. There was 4 rivets holding this bracket in. That rivet's still kind of holding on. You can see our hole that we drilled was not very accurate, but that's what you get for having to go at an angle. And clean this off, put the new bracket on, put this bracket on the new bracket, and bam. Caked on. Again. Oh yeah. It's like a 1/4 inch of just gunk. Now for the new bracket. Oh, we didn't clean off this side yet, dang it.
What did I do with my foot? What's back here? What's this? Oh, you're in one of them.
You want to put a nut there?
Let me get my nuts in order.
Move. There we go. Oh, let's go. We got 2 bolts in. Oh, thank goodness. Ah, dang it.
You got one.
I see that. I know.
What? How am I? Whoa, hold up.
You're not supposed to. It's just this is forward for you.
I can't look, but I got it.
So, how do I get it off? This little thing didn't break. How about the socket? Can we just leave the socket here? What do you think?
It's not awesome. I'm just gonna watch the YouTube video and be like, that's where my stuff went. Oh my gosh. You see the amount of dirt that flew in my face? Oh,
I'll get that instant replay for you on YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
Their hands are so oily.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know. It's almost like this truck had like an oil leak or something before.
It had more than an oil. It just had, it like was oil, it just oil.
I'm such an idiot. What the heck am I doing? Alright, now for the original bracket that we have cleaned off. Looks much better. I am now.
I'm literally, all my body weight's on it.
Okay. How's that? It's not still not enough?
Oh no, you're probably enough.
I think that's enough. Yeah, that should do it. Think you can position the bracket there. Now you can see we're getting the 4 lower bolts on there. We got one in the light there, one there, another one down there, and 2 more right over there. That's attaching to that old mount for the pivot arm. Now we're trying to get the pivot arm back in there. Is it going up or not?
I don't know, but you're doing something.
There it goes. So it's been taking some work to get this thing aligned, but I think jacking it up here was the best option. Where we jack the hubs up, and then we get that just right until the bolt goes in.
Ugh.
So close, is it not?
I mean,
just needs to go up.
It's about as close as it was the other direction, but now we have to go up.
Okay, that's good
If
though.
we had another jack, we would push that up sideways.
What are you talking about? The jack is not gonna go sideways.
Why not?
It's just
Why
not.
can't you flip it on its side and make it push against that?
With what? What are we pushing? With the jack? What
I don't know what we're gonna push against, but it'd be pushing.
Oh my gosh, you're freaking stupid.
No, it probably won't work because there's nothing to push against.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, because we couldn't find the sway bar.
What sway bar? Where is
It's
it?
right here. This?
Oh.
Right here. That's the sway bar. It connects right here, next to the struts. Let's just take that off.
Well, that was gonna rub up against the
Right
thingy.
now.
It's like, yeah, almost midnight. It's 11:53. We're calling it a day. We couldn't get that stupid pivot arm attached again with that bolt. That'll be tomorrow's issue, and Brandon's here to help us. Turns out step 2 was never done, which was, disconnecting the sway bar right there with these bolts. So we took that out. It was also the shock bracket, and then the bolt went in the hole. Pretty easy. We're on step 15 to get these bolts out there.
It's on loose.
Well, here goes nothing. Hopefully. Alex said he got it off. What are we looking at? Somewhere up there?
Yeah, somewhere up. It's like right here.
Right there. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I don't know where the head went.
Hopefully, I got that in the clip. Yeah. So we did a combination of drilling and air hammering and stuff. So we drilled part way. We tried to drill through the top of the head here, and then air hammer to get it the rest of the way. Second rivet on this side. I've started to drill out some holes in it. If the camera will focus. Where you can see I drilled out some holes. Now I'll try air hammering it the rest of the way because there's less metal to resist the air hammer. Now we get to repeat that on the other side because there are 2 more rivets on the other side, so yay! Forgot to record this on the other side, but there are also 2 bolts that we need to come off here of the cross member. 1, 2. There's rivets, of course, on this side as well. There's one up here, another one down somewhere. Oh, over here, right there. So there's the rivet back there that doesn't want to come off. I was only able to get one actual rivet like completely out, so we're gonna try cutting this off partially and then see if we can get a drill in there to drill out the rest of the rivet. After much toiling, we got out all the rivets here, punched them out. Where's the other one? All the way up there. And now this cross member has dropped. Next step was to loosen those 4 bolts in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just did that. Now we need to put this drop bracket on, and this, I think it lines up. These should line up here, and then that's gonna line up with the rivet hole. Yep, just like that. You see? Boom.
Wow, that's
yeah.
bolts.
Well, I didn't have those. Those are the new ones, I think. The new hardware.
New ones.
Well, jeez, I'll go get the new ones.
This guy hands me the wrong bolts to put in the wrong hole.
Well, you just said hand me a bolt, so I handed you a bolt.
I don't think this guy knows what he's doing.
Trust me, I'm an engineer.
He's an engineer. Ish.
I dropped it. It's gone.
So there's a nut back there somewhere?
Yeah.
Here, you probably gotta head out. I'll try finishing this.
Shove a magnet in there.
Alright, here we go again. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Oh, where the heck did you drop this thing? Oh, there's there. No, is that the bolt? Whoa, jeez, holy crap. Got one in. Now we're going for the other. Oh gosh, let me see if I can. I don't know if this is where this hole is. Another nut. Another day, another nut. These drop brackets, we also need to put in these original 2 screws. There's one there and on the other side. Now, they were kind enough to leave some holes here that you can put an extension through. And I used the extension to tighten the bolts that way. I'm quite pleased with that idea. So now this one is done. This one's sturdy. That's not going anywhere. That is securely secured. The method I ended up using, impact on the outside here, and then I was able to somehow, there we go, here, and put a wrench. Oh shoot, you can't see anything, there's no light. Well, you can kind of see it. So I got a wrench lodged up here on the back of these nuts, which was interesting to get it up here. And then I had to take this guard off. It was just 2 screws right down here. And this came off. And then I give a wrench in here around the brake line and the wires and stuff. I just repeated the same process on the other side. 2 bolts, the second one there. Not as many wires or things on the back side. It was just kind of the exhaust that goes down. That's sort of in the way, but not very much. And now it's time to attach this back to the bracket here. Do that on the other side as well. And then we'll have the front end almost done, I think. Would definitely be easier with 2 people, but a little bit of jacking and finagling to get 1 bolt in. Now it's through. I just need to get the nut on the other side. And now I got the 80s rock going since Alex and the other guys aren't here. Now I wasn't able to get those 2 bottom ones in on the other side. So I just moved over here and I thought I'd get these 2 started. And hopefully I can get the bottom 2 first. So with a little bit of jacking and a hammer, I was able to get this far, and I just need to jack it up the rest of the way to align the holes, hopefully. And then maybe a couple more hits from a hammer and we should be good. Maybe we won't even need some hits from a hammer. It lines up pretty nice. Sweet! This one I can at least get these 2 in, the bottom ones. Maybe that'll correct it, I don't know. Wishful thinking, but. Now I have no clue how to get an impact or anything in there, so I'm just tightening it by hand with wrenches. And this you can kind of see is not quite aligned right. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but I'm gonna tighten down the other bolts. And then also over there, it's these 2 on the other side don't wanna go in, and this one on this side doesn't wanna go in. My hand. Brandon has been working on drilling out some holes to fit the bolts in there, or dremeling out bigger holes on the original bracket. And he has succeeded, and he's getting the nut on the bolts now. This is working on the bump stops. That's the next step in the instructions, is to get these bump stops off, lowering them 4 inches with the brackets right there. It's held on by like a 10mm bolt up on top of it. And like, what is this, like a C-beam, or what do you call that?
C-channel, sure.
C-channel, that's what you call that, sure. And so then that's like annoying to get to.
It's also extremely tight.
And very tight. Because if you can see the wrench there, to get it loose, I kind of had to get both my hands up here and squeeze like this. And then it kind of came loose. We have some spring compressors. We weren't quite the size for this spring, but we got it compressed. So there's a lot of potential energy there. That's a little sketchy.
Nice.
Oh shoot, it's snapped. Guys.
We have extra bolts, 2 extra.
All that for a snap? Wait, what? Was it even going in the first place? Were we just twisting it until it snapped?
Probably the second.
Maybe that's why it was so hard to turn. Yeah. What are you guys doing? Oh my gosh. They're gonna light something on fire again. How do I know? Just because I do. Not get that in there anymore. We just gotta twist a little more like this, if possible. It's really not. Oh gosh. Dang, I'm about to punch myself. If this is a snap or something.
Any Walmart.
Well, let's go to Walmart.
Sure.
What are you getting?
Pipe. We'll be back.
For a pipe? Are you sure? Are you sure we can't just keep wrenching it?
You can try, and when you get it, call us.
Just like last time.
Yes.
Up to me to be the hero again.
Or it'll be up to us to be the hero.
Whatever happens first.
Fine, let's go.
Good luck. Thanks, I'll need it. Look at this. It's like almost snapped. So close. You know? And it'll... whatever. Jeez. Oh. Got it. Look at that. See? Up to me to be the hero again. Guess I'll give him a call. Oh yeah. Just a little bit of bending and more bending, and there it is.
Is this a good phone call?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's go. Here's something to like this ambulance coming.
You guys are just a worthless bunch of dudes. All 3 of you go to the store to get a pipe to get this one thing that it took just one guy to get off.
But imagine if you didn't get it off.
Everyone's still going on their Walmart run or whatever. So I put this bracket on back for the shocks. And then I'm starting on this one on the next side too. So it goes on the sway bar, this little U with the screws. So it like loops around the sway bar on the other side, if you can see that. Oh, now we're trying to get the thingy on the thingy to hold it down. Jack it up.
What we are witnessing here
Get the jack.
is 4 of us terrified of what we're doing right now because it is at this point we have learned that we are underqualified, and this guy's the closest thing we have to a trained mechanic.
They're not mechanics, they're going to school for it.
I think jack it up a little bit.
It's already jacked up far enough, I think.
More, just to be safety. Isn't this gap supposed to be like...
It's around all of them.
But it's not up. Hit it with a hammer.
I'm not hitting that with a hammer.
Why not?
It's a loaded gun.
You do it, Alex?
Yeah, you do it. See, yeah, you want to do that?
Sure.
You haven't done anything in
No,
the spring
I'm
yet.
not. I'm not letting you do that.
Alan's not letting me.
Well, it's in place. That's good. Holy crap!
Yeah, move. Look at that.
Oh my gosh! It's mostly centered, right? That looks good.
I mean, I think the goal for it is to be completely centered, but I think it'll like get centered if you like drive it around a little
The brake
bit.
line's in the way, isn't it?
No.
Kind of.
Maybe he'd-
from getting it more centered.
If we jack it up a little,
We almost have
side.
suspension.
we have suspension.
Well, there's a spring in there. I just don't know how it's gonna hold up.
It's
I tightened down that nut pretty
It
good
sure is suspended.
on the bottom, and so now when we let down the jack, that'll be the test. That'll tell us for sure.
Whoa, hold up, sir.
I think. Ooh! Hey!
We have suspension.
I don't like those brake lines.
Nice curve.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It
curve.
clears.
Do you not see the giant curve? It goes.
Yeah, I see the curve.
Is that not normal? I think it's only tilted because this is a little farther down, which like you know that tilts down a little bit.
Exactly. It's
So then as you compress it a little bit, yeah, it gets a little straighter. Keep going.
It'll get better. Okay, see.
Wheels are about there.
Look, normally this is gonna be like flat.
It's gonna be like that. There you
It used
go.
to be flat for the wheels. See.
Yeah, even a little farther.
Exactly.
What is it, 9 a.m., somewhere in that range?
Alan broke into my house.
Yeah, the door was unlocked, so I just walked in. I was like, where is everyone?
I was asleep.
I was like, Alex probably unlocked it for me. No, it was just unlocked. Anyway, looks like last night they got the shocks and springs in, the rest of them, and then they put the tires on. Nice, look at that camber there. This one too, it's tilted inward. Just not as bad as that one. And definitely gonna need an alignment job. We may need new brake lines eventually because those, well, there's a little bit of play in them, but not a whole lot. But I don't know, we'll do that later. We just need to fix the parking brake or the emergency brake to give me peace of mind. But today's job is the rear suspension and then put the engine back together. Next step is removing this pitman arm and replacing it with this pitman arm, which may or may not be a little more lengthy and beefy. The nut on the bottom there. We tried 1.25 inches, which is the biggest we had. It was just barely too small, so we looked it up. It was 1 5/16 inches. Went to Home Depot. Literally the biggest one was 1.25 inches, and we're like, well, crap. And so we went to the metric, and we're like, they had 32 millimeter, 34 millimeter, and 36, but no 35 or anything. So we tried 32. That one didn't work. Go figure. Then we went to Napa to get 1 5/16. Hey, it's a little loose, but it'll work. We also went and got the bolt extractors. Ooh, that was a nice one.
Which we don't need, but Alan wants to do it.
I swear, if we have an oil leak because of these bolts that they snapped off, bam, and side this one is also stuck in there because they snapped it off the first time. So I'm gonna get those ones out, and with these bolt extractor things that we got. Well, all right, cool. Front should be done. It's official. Look at that. Got the cotter pin in there and everything. Oh, this is a 14-minute clip. Just wonderful. Cotter pin in there, nut on there, nut on there. Boom, boom. That's all good. Bam. Alex is working on these 4 bolts. These are the next 4 that need to come off. I'm still working on these things. I got one screw out, as you can see. You know, kind of drilled into it, and then use the reverse thingy. And I tried to get this one out, but then the drill keeps slipping on this thing because they're like squares instead of the hexagon thingy, and I don't know how to grip that. You got the thingies off here, and then what'd you do? You got the shocks off?
And I need to lower the axle from, I need to take this off of this.
Okay, where were the shocks mounted?
Good one from here to there. That's an exhaust hanger. Yeah, this one went from there to there.
Oh, okay,
The other
cool.
one from there to there.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these shocks also, I mean, did we really need a 4-inch lift? Probably not.
Yes.
But did we need new shocks and springs? Yeah, I think so. Alex loosened these bolts, and now this is just there, and so we gotta put these spacers in there somewhere. Probably just pop. We got this spacer in here. So I put the jack there, jacking it up. You know, it was a little off, so putting the jack there tilted it just enough. That drive shaft angle still looks pretty solid. It looks pretty straight from here, so that's good. So there's a little bump that goes into the hole there, and there's a hole that the bump on this thing goes into there. And now we just need to attach it with the U-bolts, and then we're getting nuts on them, and then we gotta do that on the other side as well. For the next step, we were getting the shocks in. There's a bolt up here and a bolt up there. You can kind of see it all the way almost up at the bed there. So now we're tightening those down, and then it's on to the engine finally. I think you can let it down. Hey, let's go! Dude. This is actually sick. And just like that, we have suspension. Front and rear are done. I think this was probably the most detailed video in the series so far. So if you actually watched to the end, great job making it this far. Next up, we put the engine back together and start her up and see if anything else goes wrong. So lift kit is done. One more thing checked off the list. It's a big thing at that. And keep chugging along on this big old project.